This is Scott with EffectiveDog.com, your Bay Area canine life coach. I'm out on tour. I'm out driving around, understanding, learning more about indigenous culture in Arizona, the slaughters. Here, I'm at Canyon de Chelly. Sounds French, but it's not. This is Massacre Cave. It's also known as the place where two fell by the Navajo. This does not have to do with Kit Carson. I'll get into that a little bit, and this is one of the reasons why I'm here is because of Kit Carson. This is a place, Del Muerto, or down the road a little bit, where the Spanish came and chased and killed the Navajo. There's a cave. When this is open, it's closed, so I can't go in, so I'm doing it from this road sign so you guys can see. This is American history. This is Spanish American history. This is Arizona history. This is United States history. The Navajo lived here and have been attacked by multiple tribes, been attacked by multiple nations here on their homeland, right? This one commemorates 115 women, children, and elderly slaughtered by the Spanish. The cave, I don't know about Mummy Cave, but Massacre Cave is where the women went to go hide, and the Spanish actually walked and climbed up the hill to slaughter everybody. In this area is also where the United States military, hiring Kit Carson to round up over 4,000 Navajo and Apache to make them walk the long walk to Fort Sumner. The reason why that happened, of course, the United States military came in, started building their forts and setting up home on other people's property, and started having to defend from raids, as they like to call it. But the Navajo were defending, the Apache were defending their homes, their territory, their land, from these outsiders that were taking up great fertile lands. And so the military hired Kit Carson to come into this canyon, round up all the indigenous in this area, in this canyon, that make an area they called themselves home, their fertile lands, where they used to have groves of peach trees, their pride and joy, their corn. I was just thinking of Turkey Boy telling me about the corn, putting it on your tongue, on your chin, and on your head, saying prayer to acknowledge speech and consciousness. Apologize for that one, just little thoughts go through my head. But Kit Carson came in and around here and tried to round up with somebody else, the other end, another captain, coming around the other end of the canyon to round everybody up. A lot of the Navajo Nation escaped. They didn't try to engage in war. They just, you leave us alone, we'll leave you alone. That's the way it is. We don't have any reason to fight you. Why should we attack you? And then the Navajo Nation only had enough food to last them until hopefully Kit Carson left. So they hid out in the canyons out here. Unfortunately, they didn't have enough to last through winter. So they had to go to Fort Defiance and surrender. From there, Kit Carson took them on the long walk to Fort Sumner and Redonda by Fort Sumner. You can go check it out when it's open. And then, after 4 years, it was a failed government experiment. After 4 years, they let them come back here with a treaty so they can have their life. So it's okay, the American government finally felt guilty. But that's horrible. This is American history. The other part about this is Kit Carson enslaved the Navajo Nation, over 4,000 people. If you had a child, if you were having a child on the road during this long walk, it didn't survive. It wasn't allowed to survive. You weren't allowed to stop. Even though the men are on horseback, the Navajo and the Apache were on foot. Women, children, elderly, men. Those that did survive, the first part of it, did get to attack Fort Defiance. And I love Fort Defiance because it's gone. It's absolutely not there. Because when they came home, they destroyed the rest of it. 4 years in a federal experiment, a military experiment. That stuff has never stopped. Stop and talk to any nation, indigenous nation here in America. The stuff has not stopped. There's the Trail of Tears, there's this one, and I'm sure I'm going to find more wherever I go throughout the United States. Right now I'm focusing on the Southwest. Understanding the cities like Chaco, understanding the long walk, where even more were killed, even more were starved, couldn't live the way they were supposed to live, didn't have their community. So what good can come out of this? You know, there's always got to be a good side, right? They got their land back. No, they didn't. There really is no good to this. They are home, but they are suffering intergenerational, multiple generational trauma. It wasn't that long ago. There's even what they call 7 generations before trauma can actually be bred out of you, right? There's so many people that are still suffering from alcoholism, mental health issues. Now, thankfully, thanks to social media and TikTok and the internet, people are actually getting to use social media to sell their crafts, not just sitting on roadside corners and selling stuff out of their trucks. Selling stuff be wherever the next town, the border town's government or political power will let them set up shop. Hopefully I'm going to talk to somebody about Winslow, Arizona. That's a song. I forgot the name of the song. And Holbrook, Arizona, about how there's their first Native American mayor. It's 2021 and they have their first Native American mayor because of the white male political climate. Anyways, this is Scott with EffectiveDog.com. Over here at Canyon de Chelly, I think it's called. I probably said it wrong. The Spanish did this, the Massacre Cave. Look it up. Kit Carson, A Long Walk. And you'll be surprised what American history really holds. Have a great day.